So this expression is going to be on freedom of speech. So to really understand the freedom of speech, at least in my perception of my research, this is what I've come up with. And it was interesting because the other day when the cops were at my house, one of the cops made a very fascinating statement. He said, the things you are saying are to incite people. Incite people. I believe that was the word he used. So basically what he's saying is, I'm saying things to rile people up. Well, here's my question. Should people be riled up? Should people be upset? Should people be angry? I think that's 3 questions. So, but I want to talk about the freedom of speech because this is the power of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech comes from ancient Greece. A gentleman by the name of Socrates, who was put to death in 399 BC, who was the mentor and friend to Plato and Aristotle and Seneca. I think there was one other, but Socrates was the guy. He was the question guy. He questioned everyone, which is fascinating because I like questions. I enjoy them. I've learned so much by asking questions. Well, Socrates went around the agora and went around the Athenian government and went around to the people who were supposed to be in charge, and they were supposed to be, the people who were making rules. And Socrates questioned them to determine how wise they were, how their wisdom. Well, they got pissed. They were so pissed that they actually made allegations, false allegations, as it came out to be, of impiety. Impiety means godly, or to believe in God. So Socrates was put on trial. And if you want to hear the trial, you can listen to Plato's Apology or Xenophon's Apology. Xenophon was one of his other students. So Socrates gets put on trial, and basically it's herd mentality. Everybody in their votes, and whoever votes, that's what it is. So they gave Socrates an ultimatum. They said, you can walk around, but you're not allowed to talk to people anymore. In other words, you're not allowed to speak. Or we will put you to death. Well, Socrates' thing was speaking. He was talking. He was trying to find God. He was trying to be as godly as he could by asking questions and conversing with people and talking to people. The problem is when he talked to people, he asked them questions and they got really angry because they didn't have answers. So that's where freedom of speech really comes from. So when we're talking about the Bill of Rights, the Bill of Civil Rights actually, and we're talking about the amendments to the Constitution. The Constitution is based on us, a contract with the people, and the amendments of the Constitution are our civil rights. So we, the people, have our civil rights, which is the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and the amendments afterwards. So, and that's where the basis of those rights come from. So that is the foundation of the Constitution itself. So when we talk about the First Amendment and we're saying the Bill of Rights and we're saying the freedom of speech, it's not the freedom to point fingers at people and give them labels. At least not until after you've examined to determine what they did or didn't do. So freedom of speech constitutionally is your right to question your government. It is your right to ask them what they are doing. It is your right to call them out and hold them accountable when they don't do what's supposed to be done. So a lot of the videos that you see me posting right now are me constitutionally exercising my very, very, very specific right to the freedom of speech. Because if we don't question our government and we don't call them out, it's not a government that we have. We have an oligarchy or an aristocracy, or we just have chaos. In the republic, a citizen's duty is to question the government. That includes law enforcement. That includes judges. That includes elected officials. That includes people who work for the government. That's your job. That's our job. And when we find out that they are not fulfilling that Constitution, or they are breaching that Constitution, our job is to hold them accountable. So when I say things that are inciting, I'm merely exercising the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America. God bless you guys, and God bless the United States of America.